Hello, my dear students. Again, I would like to say that I hope all of you are fine and please stay home, stay safe, and take care of yourself and your family. Okay. So, last day we finished our discussion with this line. Each time he struck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. Each time he struck his spade, he breathed heavily. Page number 18. We discussed up to this. So today we will carry on our discussion after this. Okay, let's start. The king went up to him and okay, what was our discussion about the previous portion? That the king, he ultimately, when he didn't get satisfied by any answers given by those wise men who came to him in order to answer those three questions, he wasn't satisfied with any of the answers. So he didn't give any reward to anyone, and ultimately he decided to go to that hermit, okay, who lived in that forest alone, which he never left. And when the king reached the hermit, he saw that the hermit was digging in front of his hut. And the hermit was frail also, because every time he turned a little earth to digging, he was breathing heavily. So he became so much tired. That's why the king understood, and we all can understand that he was frail, he was weak, physically weak. Okay. So what did the king do? Did he get the answers? Let's find out. The king went up to him and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, with three questions. How can I learn to the right time at right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need the most? And what work is the most important and needs my attention first? So, reaching the hermit, he instantly put forward these three questions because it was the purpose of going there, right? So, he clearly said that I have come here to know the answers to these three questions, and the questions are this, and this. Okay. Always try to remember the questions properly. Okay. The hermit listened to the king but answered nothing and started digging again. The king went to that hermit to get the answers. He was so hopeful, the hermit was his last hope. But when the hermit listened to him, he didn't answer anything. He listened properly. He listened to everything he said, the king said. But the hermit didn't answer anything, didn't say a single word, which is very strange, right? Rather, he again started to dig. Okay, why? We have to find out the answer. The question, why? Okay, you are tired, said the king. Let me take the spade and work a while for you. A while means for a short moment. Okay. The king didn't become angry. Why are not you answering my question even after listening to them? Rather, when he realized that the hermit was frail, he was becoming so tired through that work of digging, he politely said that you are tired. Let me take the spade and work a while for you. So the king wasn't arrogant, okay? The king wasn't proud. He was not like that, I am the king, I can't do anything for anyone. No, he was very much well mannered, as I said before. These are clear statements. These are the from which we can surely say that. Okay, he wanted to help the frail hermit who was becoming tired due to digging. He said, "Please give me your spade for a short time at least. Let me do that work because you are tired. Take some rest." This was his approach. "Thank you," said the hermit, and giving the spade to the king, he sat down on the ground. So the hermit also got some relief. He was thankful for that gesture. Okay, he said thank you. Who did he say that? To the king. He thanked the king. Okay. Again, I want to make it very clear that here it is not written that the hermit recognized the king at that moment. Besides, the king left his horses behind, his bodyguards behind, his clothes, everything. He went like a common folk because he knew that the hermit uh, met only common folk and he respected his idea or whatever you may say. That's why the king went like a common man. So we don't know whether the hermit could recognize him as the king at that moment. It is not clearly written anywhere. Okay, but gradually, yes, he would come to know about that. How that we would discuss. Okay, so don't think that yes, the hermit recognized him. No, the hermit didn't recognize him. There is nothing written clearly. Okay, don't come to any conclusion on your own. All right. This question was asked by some of you. That's why I am repeating it again. So the hermit thanked the king because the king realized his pain, his suffering, and wanted to help him. This was a good gesture. That's why he thanked him, and he also gave the spade to the king, handed it over to the king, and he sat down to take some rest on the ground. Okay, he felt relieved. Okay, he wanted to take some rest. 1 hour passed and then another. The sun began to sink behind the trees, and the king at last stuck the spade into the ground and said, "I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me none, tell me so, and I will return home." So he started to dig after taking the spade from the hermit. Okay, it was his own decision, so he started to dig. 1 hour passed, then another. So he digged the ground for a short time, for not very short, okay, for hours. Okay, the sun began to sink. Someone asked me, what does it mean? How can the sun sink? Here, sink means the sun started to go away, means the sun set. Okay, uh, and at that time the patience level was almost finished. The king became a little bit desperate. Okay, because he was there for the to find out the answers to those three questions, and he also put forward the questions after reaching there, but the hermit didn't answer any, and the king didn't say anything about that. Rather, he started to help the hermit, but after hours and hours he became a little bit desperate. At least this is natural. Okay, and he said to the hermit that I have come here to get the answers to my questions. If you don't want to give any, or if you can't give any answer, then please do tell me clearly. I will return home. This was his statement. Obviously, he was there for the answers, and if he didn't get any answer, he would obviously return home and try to find out another way to get those answers, right? So he said that. And stuck means he pushed the spade into the ground. Okay, stuck means stuck is the past tense of stick. Okay, stuck means pushed something into something else. Okay, let me write down for you. It is the past tense of stick. Okay, so stuck means pushed something into something, another thing. Okay, into another thing. Here, what did he push? The king pushed the spade with which he was digging continuously. He pushed it into the ground when he became desperate. Okay, that's it. Now I want the answers. Okay, he wasn't angry or anything like that. He was just desperate to get those answers. But even after that, no answer came from the hermit. This is very strange. Like the king was trying to get the answers again and again, and he was saying that thing clearly that I want those answers. But no answer came, as if the questions were being avoided. As if, okay. But why didn't he answer? The hermit, why didn't the hermit answer instantly? We have to find that out. This is very important because he had some idea. He was not that much stupid or he wasn't that much foolish. He was a wise man, right? He was renowned for his knowledge. So he deliberately did that. He didn't answer any of them. Why? Okay, let's read the next line. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. Let us see who it is. The hermit didn't pay attention to the words of the king. He didn't answer anything. Rather, he said, see, someone is coming, running out of the forest. Let us see who it is. The king turned around. The king also turned around, listening to the words of the hermit, and saw a man come running out of the forest. So he really saw a man who was coming out of the forest. There was blood flowing from a wound on his leg. So the man was injured, wounded. There was blood coming out of a wound on his leg. Okay. When he reached the king, he fell to the ground, and somehow he managed to reach the king running, and then he fell on the ground. He couldn't walk anymore, he couldn't run anymore. Okay, because he was wounded. There was blood, so the wound was deep. It's very clear. Moaning feebly. Someone asked me the meaning in the previous class. Moaning feebly. Moaning means groaning. Okay. When we make sounds, when we groan out of pain or suffering, that is called moaning. I hope today my voice is clear to you. I am trying to speak loudly. Okay, what did I say? Moaning, right. Making sound due to pain or suffering. Making sound due to pain or suffering. Or you may say in one word, groaning. Okay? It is also a synonym. Moaning feebly. Feebly means it was not a loud sound. Moaning mourning generally is not loud, making low sound. All right. Feebly means weakly, weak sound, faint sound, low sound. Okay, mourning generally is a low sound. So, when the man who was running out of the forest, who came running out of the forest, he reached the king somehow with that wound and blood, then he couldn't run anymore. He fell on the ground and he started to groan. He started to moan weakly, low sound, making low sound out of that severe pain. Okay. The king washed the wound as best as he could and bandaged it with his handkerchief and with a towel the hermit had. See, he was such a good person. He didn't have any kingly arrogance and attitude, okay? He himself saw the man, he felt pity, and what did he do? Obviously, he was not a physician or not a doctor. Okay, that's why he, as much as he could, he tried. He tried as best as he could to wash that wound and the blood, and then he bandaged it with what? With his own handkerchief. This means a lot. Okay, and with a towel the hermit had. So he bandaged the wound after washing it as best as he could. He bandaged the wound of that man with a towel of the hermit and with his own handkerchief. See what a kind and what a kind gesture, full of humanity. No kingly arrogance, no kingly attitude. Okay, we should learn that to be kind, to show our humanity to everyone, especially who is in need, who is in pain. Okay, we shouldn't think only about ourselves. We shouldn't be arrogant or anything. We should help others. We should pity when others is in pain. Not pity. We should help others. Pity is not a good thing to show pity. We should feel sympathy at least. We should be sympathetic for others. When at last the man felt better, the king brought fresh water and gave it to him. Meanwhile, the sun had set and it had become cool. So gradually the man felt a little bit better. Okay. The pain decreased a little bit, and the king then brought fresh water for him and gave it to him. Obviously, we need water when we are in pain. We generally want to drink water at the time. So the king also gave him fresh water. Meanwhile, the sun had set and it had become cool. So the sun had set, the weather also had become cool. Okay. So the king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. He needed rest, he was wounded, he was in pain. And with the hermit's help, the king, what did he do? He took the wounded man into the hermit's hut and laid him on the bed. Lying on the bed, the man closed his eyes and was quiet. He was in pain. He was obviously trying to get some sleep, and when the pain decreased a little bit after getting laid on the bed, he slept. He became quiet means the groaning stopped and probably see he slept. Alright. The king was so tired from his work and the work he had done that he crouched down on the threshold and fell asleep. The king, where did he walk? Do you know? The king left behind his horses, so he had to walk from a certain point to the hut of the hermit because he went there like a common man. That work. So due to that work and all the digging he had done, the king also was so tired. Okay, so he crouched down. What is the meaning of crouched down? Sat in a position with the body close to the ground and the legs under him. So it is a position of sitting close to the ground and the legs bent under him, under your body. Okay. He crouched down where? On the threshold. What is the meaning of threshold? The floor or ground at the bottom of a doorway, considered to be the entrance usually. Okay. He sat there, he crouched down on the threshold and fell asleep due to his tiredness. He was really tired after all these incidents, all this work. So he fell asleep. He also fell asleep. When he awoke in the morning, he found that the wounded stranger was staring intently at him. So, when he awoke in the morning, what did he find? He found that the wounded soldier, the wounded stranger, sorry, not soldier, the wounded stranger was staring intently at him. What is the meaning of staring? Looking fixedly. Okay. So he found that the stranger was looking fixedly, was staring at him intently. See the meaning intently? With keen interest and attention, as if he was trying to say something, as if he was trying to find out something. Some interest or something was there. Otherwise, why would he look so intently, stare so intently? Right? So, the king found this thing. Forgive me, said the man in a weak voice, and when he saw that the king was awake and was looking at him. When the man found that the king has awake and was looking at him, what did he say? Forgive me. In a low voice, he was still in pain. He can't recover within just a night, right? So he said, forgive me. Suddenly, why? Forgiveness, demanding forgiveness for what? No idea. The king, at least the king had no idea. I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for, said the king. Obviously, for the king, he was a stranger who just came running out of the forest, wounded, and that's why the king and the hermit helped him. The king didn't know that man. He was a complete stranger for the king. So he was puzzled. Why are you asking for forgiveness? I do not know you and there is nothing that I can forgive you for. What have you done? I don't know. Even I don't know you. So this is strange, right? Suddenly, why did the man ask for forgiveness? I don't know. If you know, then keep it to yourself. Okay. Do not spoil the suspense. So we have to find out suddenly why did this stranger say something like that to the king. But for today, that's it. And again, I would suggest you to go through the video minutely and I would attach the picture of the text in the study material. If someone of you doesn't have the text, you can find it in the study material. And obviously, there would be some doubts, some queries, note them down, remember them, and feel free to ask them in the live session. Okay, we will meet there. But before that, go through the video minutely. Alright, goodbye.